So, this will be the news for the 28th of May. So, there was a lot of news, so here we go. I culled quite a few that I didn't think were too, like, I didn't want to discuss too much, or feel like will probably be covered in the next few days, just when more news comes out. So, I might end up doing multiple news things during this week, but I'm going to try and do start and end of the week as usual now. But here we go. Alright, let's jump on in. Start, we have Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is getting a third season. Now, if you haven't been following the FGC, this game is quite beloved. I'm not the biggest Power Rangers fan. I did watch it. It was like one of my favorite shows when I was a little kid, but I can't imagine I'd ever watch it as an adult. I appreciate Sentai, but this as a pool was never a big thing for me. However, it's been doing very well because it's a very, very good fighting game. Like, people seem to really like this fighting game, and it's getting a third season, which is showing its success. So, doing very well. If you like fighting games, go check out this game. If you're a big fan of Power Rangers, definitely check out this game. So on from the Platinum stuff we had the other week, we had the weird news related to Platinum and Tencent, or not Tencent, with Microsoft, and yeah, I don't really know what was going on, but it seems like maybe this is what people were actually supposed to be talking about. Kamiya explains Platinum's partnership with Tencent. So Tencent, if you don't know, they organized a partnership with Platinum, not purchasing, but their stakeholding is quite heavy in that company. And yeah, like, Kamiya sort of covers that. He's taking to the internet of recent to talk about stuff because people are like being silly and expecting all this stuff, but it's like, I mean, stakeholders do have a control of the company, but at the end of the day, if they want to keep the money, they'll do what they say. But if they don't care anymore, they could just not listen to them. So Mia, this might be pointless if it doesn't get through, know how many times to explain it, but our relationship with Tencent is simply this. We're going to help with funds. As per the contract, we have no influence of the business, freely make use of Platinum game IPs. Okay. In return, you make a good game and you want to make a mobile game for it, please prioritize for the licensing. Okay. That's literally all it is. Usually there's a bit more fuzzy works when it comes to business stuff, but it's not that big a deal. I think people seem to really want to see Platinum be controlled, or the opposite, they don't want to see them controlled, so it's a very big talking point. But yeah, Mia covers it. Additionally to Tencent, because Tencent are blown up in the West, is they took a 20% stakehold in the Marvelous, the devs of Story of Seasons. Again, makes sense. I think as a developer that makes sense for them to invest in. They're not buying them out, they're just investing. I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. Tencent is a big conglomerate, but I don't put them in the category of impossibly evil like some people are. They have a lot of IPs under their belt now, so we'll see. They seem to really want to expand and go global. Could be for better, could be for worse, but we won't know. But definitely the type of thing that you keep an eye on within the industry. So especially with them setting up a Western branch and them getting the IP for System Shock, like it will be interesting to see what they do in the next few years. IGN announces Summer of Gaming. So there's quite a few news pieces like this today. I actually culled a couple of the smaller ones, but there's a lot of announcements basically. Hey Genki, thanks for the auto host. But yeah, like there's a lot of these events that are going on, a lot of digital stuff. This was to be expected. Some smaller than the others, some like only for a day, some seem to want to do a big series of events, but this one in particular had a few that I was interested in, which is we've got like 13 Sentinels is getting a new trailer, which I believe is already out in Japan. What else we got? So we got a whole heap of like specific details. There's that Samurai Jack game. Chivalry 2. Some unannounced games, so we're gonna get some reveals. What a Deep Silver's thing. We got exclusive trailers for Kingmaker. David Hayter discusses the original voice of Solid Snake. He just discusses Metal Gear. Okay, alright. Guilty Gear. So this is a big one. This is the one I was looking forward to. So we're getting a new character reveal. As much as I'm don't like what's happening to Guilty Gear Strive, I'm always excited for new character reveals, just to see who they're going to make the roster. But people have theories that Strive is going to have a lot of retro old characters brought back from the original Guilty Gear, but I don't know if that's the case, but it feels like it, and if so, it's super weird. Like they might have like someone like Testament or something like come back. Yeah, there's a few other ones. Got more Yakuza Like a Dragon. That Blue Fire game. Yeah, there's quite a lot here. Actually, I didn't realize there was 1 or 2 extra days that I didn't even click about earlier. So I think this will be a good one to keep an eye on. IGN usually does okay coverage of stuff, so yeah. All these sources are going to pick up the slack where E3 is no longer existing, so, and Gamescom. So yeah. Oh, this is the same news, but it's specifically targeting saying like we might see. Yeah, it pretty much covers the same things I just talked about. So, like I said, lots of smaller events are coming out. There's lots of indie showcases. There's just news everywhere. So apparently the Escapist, another journalist group, are going to be doing another showcase as well. I don't know, it does say a few here. I don't recognize some of them. Streets of Rage 4. But yeah, that'll be a thing to keep a lookout for. June 11th. So early June is going to be a very, very heavy month. And as you will see, as something I will talk about as we go further. Guinness is falsely claiming hundreds of speedrunning videos. So originally this was a rumor, now it's being confirmed. It seems like Guinness is trying to get control of some of that information that they're meant to have rights to because of the fact that they are, I guess, I think they sign some rights to some of that when they become a part of the Guinness World Records. Don't know, but sounds like they're false copyrights because they shouldn't be able to claim the actual runs, but what they should be able to do, and it's also ones that aren't in the Guinness Book of Records are being hit and stuff like that. So yeah, and it seems like when this first went up, it would sound pretty bad, but yeah, apparently it's just automatic error. But yeah, hopefully that gets solved. Can't imagine that it would be, because that would be a stupid amount of videos out there that would be claimed, and you would have a class action lawsuit on your hand. This one took people by surprise. Like I said, Konami's basically in a coma. We didn't think we'd see Silent Hill ever again. But hey, I guess they're still kicking in some form or another, because they've worked with the Dead by Daylight devs to put it in their game. And if you're interested in Silent Hill, Pyramid Head, or Dead by Daylight, go check this out. Oh, it looks like you can actually be a Cheryl. I couldn't remember her name. Okay. Yeah, it feel like some people would be super into this. Other people, I when I was reading around, were super bummed that there's no Silent Hill news. It was just an addition for another game. But hey, Konami seeming to want to move back into the games industry, feels like we might get an announcement or an actual game that they're developing maybe in the next, like, I don't know, year or so. But the other thing is, we could always see HD or remakes, considering remakes are super big right now. Some of those Silent Hill games could easily have the RE sort of respect put upon them, but who knows? I don't even know what dev teams still exist within Konami, because they switched over to Pachinko and they fired so many people, so who knows? Rumor: Kingdom Hearts TV series allegedly in development for Disney Plus. I was actually talking about binging with Babish. I was watching his video about Kingdom Hearts: The Salty Ice Cream, and then this popped up in my feed, and I was just like, wow, that was super weird. Oh, hey Genki. Doing a bit of Japanese practice. Oh, cool. Bomberman team? I don't even know if they're there. Like, that team is, like, that was... The one who made the new one wasn't the original Bomberman team, so... who knows? But yeah, I guess they're teasing this. I don't really care about a Kingdom Hearts TV series. They haven't really made... I mean... as far as I know, Disney haven't made a TV series that kind of like they did in the 90s. Even though they've got their own platform very heavily. But I feel like that would be a good place to go. I feel like a lot of kids would be super into that. But as long as it's like the lore isn't in the shows, then I have to watch the show to be able to understand what's going on in Kingdom Hearts, but I doubt it. It was a launch title. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was a weird entity. I think that might actually been a third-party one for Konami. Can't really remember. A friend of mine was super into that game, and it was a weird Bomberman. I don't think it was the best. So this one, if things kept going in the way it did for COVID stuff, it pretty much was inevitable for a lot of these events to have this happen. So BlizzCon's been cancelled. They look like they might try and do a digital event, but it won't be till the following year. So I don't know if Blizzard really have anything more in plan than what they revealed last year, because they revealed quite a lot as to what their plans were. But this is, I think, not the worst thing in the world, considering people have had issues with BlizzCon for the past few years. So yeah, I guess we'll see if they want to announce anything towards the end of the year. Alright, so here's the big one. So, I was about to go to bed last night, and then I saw this rumor starting to circulate on Twitter, and it looks like it's now come about. So there's two rumors that are currently floating around. There's this one. It looks like the PlayStation 5 reveal is slated for June 3rd. I'm fairly sure what that is, considering all the people that are talking about it. But yeah, I would be very shocked if it doesn't at this point. The second rumor, which I haven't actually found any articles about, which is a leak from PlayStation Magazine, Europe, I believe, has a single page out of, I think, 3 pages that has game leaks, game reveals, all the things that are going to be revealed during this event. most of them are titles we already know of. Then there's a whole heap of titles we've never heard of. But yeah, I'll see if I can find the picture actually. So take this with a grain of salt. Oh, here it is. Because I think this popped up on 4chan, but it's sometimes it's one of those things that you can't always guarantee that this is going to be real. This could be just a mock-up that someone's made because of the timing. But we've got ones like something called Rat's Quest. They've also got a key for. I don't read this magazine, so I don't know how legit this looks like their magazine. But Assassin's Creed, Battlefield 6, which hasn't been revealed, Chorus, Signy, Dauntless, which is a weird one, I guess. Dirt 5, we already know. Dragon Age 4, hasn't been announced. That's weird. Dying Light 2, FIFA, Godfall, God and Monsters, Gothic remake, which is super weird. Madden, Microman, Moonray, NHL. I tried to say this one last night on Discord. I was like, what is this? Nth to the power of 0, Infinity Reborn, from a developer we had no idea who that was. Observer System Redo, Outriders, Path of Exile 2, Psy Hotel, Quantum Error, Rainbow Six Quarantine, Rainbow Six Siege, and a game called Redo. So none of these here seem like they are outliers that would surprise me. This feels pretty comfortable if this is what they were going to go for, a slated third-party reveal set, but it wouldn't be about this one. So apparently the one that's going, the PlayStation 5 reveal on June 3rd is going to be mostly first party that try to show off the power of the PS5. So who knows? Might see some of these. This might be real, this might be fake. So take this very much with a grain of salt. But yeah, very curious. So I'm very excited for the PS5, if you can't tell. Twitch plans to announce a Summer Game Fest 2020. So it looks like Twitch are getting involved in the Summer of Games as well. We've got Valorant. 2K is going to reveal something. There's an indie showcase. They're going to a game award and a co-op stream, I guess. So, yep. More news, more stuff's happening. Just so much stuff's happening right now. It's crazy. I didn't say Ratchet & Clank. That is the only way you'll get a day one PS5. Wow. I feel like there's quite a few titles I would wait for the PS. I'll get the PS5 on day one either way. That's probably just what will happen. But I can't really think of any IPs that I would be just like, yep, that's it. I haven't seen any yet that it's like I need to get the PS5 day one yet. But I feel like the first parties will be that's where they'll be hidden. Alright, so if you're like me and on Twitter and follow particular artists and Japanese people, that Helltaker is everywhere. There's so much art about this game. It's crazy. This is a free game that is just a simple puzzle game. It's only about 30 minutes. Apparently, people enjoy it, but people have gone crazy for the characters. This game is blown up like I can't believe. People really, really love the art style and the aesthetic, and yeah. So if you want a quick indie game that seems to be pretty charming, go check it out, I guess, just to be in a part of it all. Puzzle and waifu. You're salty about No Man's Sky? Yeah, I mean, I could see that one coming, but yeah. I mean, I saw No Man's Sky is on the Xbox free games for the next month. Apparently the game is very good now. People have played it, are very, very happy with what that game has turned into, which is nice to hear. It's always good to hear success stories where Kickstarters, even though they fail, turn themselves around and make something that people care for. So I really like that. Another big-ish related thing was another rumor. Apparently Famitsu have a big scoop related to Sega specifically that they're going to be revealing in the next few days, I believe. Supposedly will take the industry by storm. So I don't know what Famitsu would have hold of. To have something that big related to Sega seems stupid. Dreamcast 2 confirmed. No way. There is no way Sega would return to the console market. They barely keep themselves afloat with their major IPs. I do not see them being able to go back into the console market. Microsoft buys Sega. So that's what I've heard is the biggest thing that people are saying. I can't imagine that would ever happen. Dreamcast Mini. Okay, there's one. I think that one's possible. I 100% say. I would have. The one I was thinking most likely is a partnership between Nintendo and Sega because their relationship is extremely strong. But again, I can't see Nintendo doing that. I can't see them really going to an American company. I don't know. This one I really can't figure out what it could be. But supposedly Sega's got some big news then, I guess. But yeah. I definitely think the Dreamcast Mini is not a bad one. I don't think it would take the industry by storm. But the idea that people would especially at this point in time, what a statement. What a crazy statement to say. This is the start of a new generation, and you guys think the news is going to be bigger than anything else that's happening right now. What are you talking about? This is going to be something very odd, I feel like. But I definitely like the idea of a Dreamcast Mini, though, just because I feel like the Dreamcast had some really good games. A lot of them did get ported by now, but I think it'd just be something would sell really well. Sega VR. Yeah. I legit have no idea on this one. Especially with such a rumor. People think that it's going to be a single game. The thing is, it's weird because take the games industry by storm is a big fucking statement to say right now. Like, do you know what's happening in the industry right now? Like, we just saw Unreal 5 get announced. Like, we know that the PlayStation and the new Xbox are being revealed. Wait, what is this? No problem, Genki. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep moving. So, only a little bit to go. We have Last of Us 2. There's 20 minutes of gameplay and more details. Again, this game has been heavily spoiled on the internet. You don't want to be careful when looking around for stuff. But the official trailer for this is out, related to the state of play. Go check it out if you're interested. I'm, again, not a fan of Last of Us 2. Just not my type of game. But, yeah. AAA game that people should be aware of. This one's a good one. I still haven't actually got around to dealing with this myself, but Final Fantasy VII Remake soundtrack is officially over. So, if you watch my playthrough, I had a weird issue with the game where I think some of the, I guess the audio, it was just not as noticeable. Some songs were really good, some songs were not so great, some songs were weirdly remixed. I want to get a hold of this soundtrack because if you've been on my stream, you know that I have a heck of a lot of the gaming music that I just play throughout, like BRBs and openings, endings, whatever. But yeah, gonna reveal they've officially it's officially out, so you can go get it, go order it, do whatever you want. I don't know if it's gonna come with things like Spotify and stuff like that. It is on Amazon and Google Play and iTunes. Yeah. I am curious. Wow, the special edition is listed on the store for $7,777. Antsy. Hopefully the soundtrack is a bit... like... Maybe I'll like it more if I listen to it separated, but when I was playing the game, it really felt a bit lackluster at times. Alright, as we're winding down, we've got a few smaller pieces like that. World ends with you. Characters are appearing in the Anime Expo Light key art. That is super weird. I have no idea why. I don't know if Square Enix would ever do anything again with The World Ends With You again, but it's just another piece of key art that's redone. I don't understand. I love The World Ends With You, but for some reason it like keeps getting brought back out and stuff, so hey, maybe we might get a new one. I kind of doubt it though. It's been so long. Last piece of information before we do my next plan, which is the Wholesome Direct. We have Street Fighter V Champion Edition Final Season announced. So, Final Season. But this is the end of Street Fighter V. I can't imagine we'll get another Street Fighter V thing. I think they will have started working on Street Fighter 6. If they haven't, they're going to take a break, and they're going to work on it a bit sooner. I can't imagine any more content for this game. It's already got a lot of content. I have a lot of problems with this game. But there is a lot of content to play in this game. So, 5 new characters and 3 new stages. That's a decent amount of characters. I think they're always, the seasons for Street Fighter V have always got 5 characters, and not always a couple of stages, but yeah. So, I think that's everything. I think that's all the news for today. Thanks for watching. Now, we are going to do the Wholesome Direct. So, that's attacking me. I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll jump into the Wholesome Direct. You can see it's 37 minutes long, so it'll be decently long. I don't know how much filler there is in this. It looks like there's some credits and it looks like there's some opening to it, so that might shave off a few minutes, but probably will be about half an hour. And then after that, we will do some Zelda. Been looking forward to doing Zelda. So, alright. I'm gonna be a bit quickly.